Section 10.1 Algebraic Equations and Inequalities. First type of equation here is one that students will often see on an ACT. They'll look at it, they'll say, you know what, I've never seen that symbol before. I don't know how to do this problem, and they'll guess. When in reality, problems like this are very easy to solve if you recognize what is being asked for. In this case, this symbol, the circle with the addition sign in it, doesn't mean any operation that you are unaware of. Okay, sometimes that may be a star, sometimes it may be a star with a circle, sometimes it may be a triangle. That symbol means absolutely nothing other than telling you what the relationship is between whatever is before the symbol and whatever is after the symbol. In this case, for all real numbers A and B, A and this symbol, B, all we need to do is plug into this expression. So in other words, what is in front of the symbol goes in right here. What is after the symbol gets plugged in right here. So when I see what is the value of 4, this symbol, and 7, 4 is equal to A and 7 is equal to B. Once we know that, it's simply a matter of plugging into the expression over here. So I have 3 times A, which we know is 4, plus B, which we know is 7 squared, follow order of operations, simplify, and we get 61. So don't see a symbol like that. And again, it can be any type of symbol. It could be a triangle, it could be an upside down triangle, it could be a star. Any symbol like that isn't giving you some new operation that you don't know about. It's simply telling you the relationship between what comes before and after the given symbol. Second one, formula to convert degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit is F equals 1.8 C plus 32. What is the temperature F given that C is 18 degrees? Once again, all we need to do here is plug in what we know. We're looking for F. We know C. And now we just need to follow order of operations and simplify that correctly. We should be able to plug all this into the calculator in one step. Take 1.8 times 18, add 32, and you get 64.4 degrees. Basic principles of solving equations. First basic principle that you learned way back when you were first solving one-step equations is what you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other side. If it's an equal statement and you add 3 to one side, to keep it an equal statement, you must add 3 to the other side. We use inverse or opposite operations to solve an equation for a variable. When we solve an equation, our goal is to get the variable all by itself. The way we do that is by using inverse or opposite operations. Addition and subtraction are opposites of one another. Multiplication and division are opposites of one another. And the third one that students a lot of times forget, and then they're unable to solve equations involving roots and radicals, are that exponents and roots are opposites. So in other words, if I have x cubed and I want to get rid of it to solve for x, I take the cube root. If I have the fourth root of x and I want to solve for x, I raise it to the fourth power. So an exponential and a radical are inverses of one another as well. Looking at a couple of examples here. When we're solving an equation, we want to get everything that has the variable that we're solving for on one side, everything that doesn't have that variable on the other. So I'm going to move all the stuff with x's over to the left, everything else to the right. So I'm going to subtract 2x. 4x minus 2x is 2x. I'm also going to subtract the 2 over. 10 minus 2 is 8. Finish solving for x, divide by 2, and we get x to be 4. Second one, 2a plus 8 equals 5a minus 1. Once again, I'm going to get everything that has an a on one side. I'm always going to move the variable to the left. It doesn't matter if you move it to the right. You can do whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm going to subtract the 5a. 2 minus 5 gives us negative 3a. Subtract the 8. Negative 1 minus 8 is negative 9. Finish solving for a. We divide by negative 3, and we get a to be 3. Next equation. First thing we want to get rid of is this 4 that's down in the denominator. Anytime you have fractions, we want to get rid of the fractions if possible. So I'm going to multiply the 4 over to the other side. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Continue solving for a. The only spot we have a's is on the left, so I want to move everything else over to the right. Subtract the 6 over, we get negative 26. Divide by 2, and we get a to be negative 13. Next equation, we are solving for y. 4y minus 2x equals negative 12. We want to get y by itself. So don't get confused because there are other variables. Remember our general rule in an equation, anything that has the variable we are solving for, get to one side. Anything that doesn't have that variable, get to the other side. So I need to move this negative 2x over. I move it over by adding it to the other side. 2x minus 12, those are not like terms, so I cannot do anything further. Finish solving for y now by dividing everything by 4. So we have 2x minus 12. This whole thing is divided by 4. Simplify, 2 over 4 becomes 1/2 x. Negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. And there is our solution for y. Y equals 1/2 x minus 3.